Oh god, Mr. Chopper came back in one screen. Shut up, video. One Punch Man. I messed up. One Punch Man. Chapter 556 came out. I found this out. I was on YouTube on the PS4, and it's just like, well, a massive reveal happened. It's like, what you talking about? There's a new One Punch Man chapter, and it just, okay, out of nowhere, but okay, well, time to shake and bake. But we'll make a quick comment on the season 3 debacle. Point your frustration at the right people. Point it at the people who are funding the project, not the people working on it. You don't have a problem with blaming the studios when they butcher your favorite franchise like Star Wars or Freddy Krueger or Jason. You know the producers, but you never talk about the producers of an anime who don't give these people enough time to work on it. Because you can always form your American company and make a bid to do what these guys cannot. With the same time frame. Well, give me 2 years. No. Give the same time frame they're working under, and that's it. Because you don't got to watch it. You don't got to watch the rest of the season. Just don't watch it. The viewership will go down. You've already bullied the guy off of Twitter. So it's just, if it's trash, why watch all 12 episodes? It is. Let's get to the main point. Let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chat. We discuss that as something else. Right? Apparently there's some massive reveal. That's what they claim. I gotta see this myself. I gotta see it myself. So we catch up with a bunch of heroes. And one of them says, Comrade Kate Body, you're okay. They say, Thomas, like, you guys. I can't even read these guys' names. So one of them says, I'm glad our strongest executive, Kate Body-kun, made it in time. We're almost done for. Some other hero says, even though the situation on the battlefield is hopelessly dire. And the other guy chips in, even the name Hero Victims Association gave it all out, and yet this is the situation. The hero name. Oh yeah, I remember that was fighting against the hero names and bad superhero names. Yeah. Now I remember. This is the situation. We be busy moving the injured and giving the first aid. Kate Body, you are there. Are you also planning to fight until the very end? If there's anything we can do, just let us know. They say Thomas just have a blank expression. And they continue like a shoulder massage or something. So Thomas turns away. Then, for now, I'll make another round and wipe him out. While I'm at, I'll leave the rear to you. And everybody else says, no way, possible. Hey, look, man. People are dying and getting obliterated. There is no act of cowardice. It's do or die. Like I always say, I'm not some type of dangerous person or somebody who's just, I'm a super spec ops guy, tactical, but it's just, in situations like this, somebody has to do something. You just can't sit there and the time is clicking down and just, and no one's trying to hear that people are dying. Somebody got to step up and make a decision. Like, come on, y'all get raised saying y'all need to be leaders, not followers, and this is when I realized, boys and girls, all these quotes and sayings, they're not said because people are believing in them. They're said because it sounds good. But back to the chapter. And they yell out, Kate Barbecue, you're totally on a different level. All the fighting and stuff, you handle it from now on. And say Thomas like, got it. Then lie low here. You get a flashback to Gino saying, Sensei, I'll cover the rear. That's sad. That is very sad that Gino's... You can't deny Gino's... No matter how many times he loses and gets beaten down, I always enjoy seeing him. Because he's never going to throw in the towel. He's never going to give up. He's never not going to try his best. It's amazing. And we have Say Thomas saying to himself, Gino's really was strong, huh? Wait. It's been over. Say Thomas is a special guy, and we see these close-ups of Geno's about to incinerate. Meta Knight is going into unconsciousness, and Chopper says, "Stop!" Geno turns around, and when Chopper said stop, he was sending like some arms at him. Xenos just incinerated all the arms, and Chopper is shocked. Meta Knight eyes widening. Genos just notices. Whoa, 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 whoa. Genos is noticed a change in Meta Knight's face, and he grows a massive arm inside the suit. That I really hope this is the suit, cause Genos like lets go of him right now. I'm confused here, cause he knocks Genos off, but there's a hole in your chest, brother. I don't understand. You should be dead or dying. Uh, that hole was through your body last I checked, and you were Ugh. So he knocks Genos' back. And Child Emperor says that body, it integrates shape memory nanometal into electrovisual fluids, linking a bioelectric current to generate instantaneous output. And Meta Knight says, according to my calculations, it can exert 1/3 of the Super Alloy Darkshine's power. What's up? Like, what was this suit made for? Man, like, man, what are you doing here, bruh? What? I still believe in my theory, but would it survive? Like, he should have been dead. Well, he just put a dent in the armor? Like, was it not implied that Genos put a hole through him? Maybe I'm going crazy. No. It shows Genos putting a hole through this man's body. How is Metal Knight alive? He should be dead. Like, literally. Or dying. He literally got that, what? Got that Yamcha Android Trinity treatment? You should be dying, bruh. There's no sentient beings around here. And Meta Knight continues, this is a stolen battlesuit technology. This is the performance of the latest version. Its killing power is high, so I refrain from using it against you. And he just bulks up to maximum. What type of suit is this? This is something, Meta Knight. Because the way it's drawn, it looks like flesh, but it's not, and it's supposed to be a suit. It looks weird. You see all the steam coming from it, and Meta Knight continues. By now, most of my body is a mechanicalized cyborg. Some of my artificial organs and joints were damaged, but it's not all fatal. In this way, countermeasures for attacks that occur when the Meta series isn't on hand are naturally already in place. Of course, I place a particular emphasis on reinforcing my skull. Trying to protect that brain at all costs, I see. And he continues, I don't think you can kill me so easily. You second-rate mud. Mud. Genos like, of course, I place a particular emphasis on reinforcing my skull. Wait, pause. Wait. Of course, I place particular emphasis on reinforcing my skull. Is that supposed to be coming from Meta Knight or Genos? Someone busted a wall. They start to overwhelm Genos. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait, why these guys got 3 eyes? And they all surround Meta Knight. And Child Emperor is like, mass-produced pawn units. There are so many. Get this shut up Meta Knight here. And Meta Knight says, Genos, I let you roam freely for a while, but I knew from the start you were my enemy. What do you mean by that? And Genos blows away the pawns. What do you mean by that, bruh? Paul, what do you mean by that? And Genos like, of course I'm your enemy. I'm the one who would definitely kill you. Yeah. Meta Knight thinks to himself, he's actually using a complex magnetic manipulation in real combat, and with perfect control, no less. His brainwaves must be amplified to dangerous territory too. And Dr. Borford's like, do you understand what will happen if you kill me? And Genos like, your weapons are taking countless lives even now. I was remodeled to eliminate evil like you. And Meta Knight's like, Isamu, he's not someone you can handle. Go. Whoa, pause, wait a minute. Genos like, I won't let him escape either. Child Emperor, I will eliminate you too. Yeah, so I'm about to say, when the pawns showed up, they looked like they had the 3-eyed design. But when these androids showed up that attacked the city, they only got a 1-eye design. that same one eye that's similar to that Cyclops we saw took the stolen suits from Metal Knight all the way back in season one. And him and that brain case guy. I told you Metal Knight had cybernetics. I told you, man. I told you. People call me crazy. Meta Knight says the robots aren't my doing. They're cheap knockoffs that stole parts of my technology from my general purpose combat unit, Metalpon, which probably happened during their monster association when he sent that drone in. Now, the Webcomic and manga are loosely connected. There is no I think there is there a G. I gotta go back and read. If there is a G5 in the webcomic, then that's who he got it from. Because remember, he was collecting data. Like all of them do, collect data. But if he's not, he did send one to the Monster Association, so that's hard for him to get the hands on. Especially with, well, Drive might went off the charts, or went off the radar. Why? I'm gonna get to my experience later. Meta Knight continues to destroy those. I deployed mass-produced units have a higher class model Bishop above Pawn, but they're intercepted by the nearer heroes. This son of a... Oh, Fuzzy Wuzzy, why? Your career is irritation, Fuzzy Wuzzy, why? Though I didn't know how much of that... Though I don't even know how much of that was their own wheel. Yeah, that was auto-cybernizing people. But it wasn't in the way I thought it was. I thought they could no come back from it, but they can come back from it, apparently. And Geno's like, you're lying. And Meta's like, is like, even though it couldn't be the case, but you don't really know anything. I'm the only one who could stop the robot army. If you kill me, you will have no way left to deal with them. And Geno's like, if they won't stop, then Saitama Sensei, and I will destroy them all. But first, I'll put it into you. Wait a minute. Saitama looks up, because he would like destroy the robots in front of the new Hero Association, right? There's a giant black box that reminds me of Drive Knight's tactical transformation box, and they're picking up the leftover parts. Some heroes say in the sky, that's an airship. And one of the near hero executives are like, a large stealth drone came here, and the enemy reinforcements are raining down. And they start beaming an attack. No. Saitama jumps towards it. Killer Move series, serious squat, blam, and sends it flying, and it's going, just like Team Rocket. He's out of here. And then they say, the enemy drone disappeared and went flying in the distance. There's no damage from explosion. What just happened? Who's fighting back for us? What about the enemy newly deployed to the surface? Wait, what about the enemies newly deployed to the surface? Is there another wave of greater numbers, or do they have another objective? And Saitama lands, and he sees more monsters that's probably been cybernetically enhanced. But this is some nice artwork here, you can't deny. Y'all can say one is not a good artist, but his art composition is fantastic, magnifico. A-class rank, well, one of the monsters says A-class rank cape body. We're in you right here. The organization's prize enhancer monster squad. Well, not even hiding anymore, right? Each one of us is classified above, classified as the disaster lover dragon. I don't know, man. You kind of missed out. The disaster lover dragon is so last season, so monster association. Come on, just our group alone is stronger than the entirety of the monster association. You're not getting away. Okay. My goodness, all you see is a bunch of close-up shots, and they're getting blown away. Two-handed consecutive normal punches, they're dead. Oh my gosh. This is what I be talking about. Saitama for the win. Like, that's disturbing. I don't know. I theorized that the serious punch is not his strongest punch for a long time now. And I can't explain to you why. Because if... Like, what is... So, there's a light punch, a medium punch, right? And then it's like a hard punch. And then it's a throw your body weight type of punch, right? So, that's what the consecutive normal punches is. Or just a basic punch he does. He's not really hitting hard. But even with the serious punch, like, he's putting some effort into it. But I don't think that's his hardest punch ever. Back to Meta Knight and Geno. Meta Knight says, Saitama, I too has observed and understood Cape body strengths, but no matter how strong he is, there is a delay in information. He cannot stop an endless swarm of enemies. Know that this isn't a battle. This is a battle of brute strength rather than calculation. I'm the only one that can deduce the location of the enemy headquarters. And Gino's like, I'll kill you, destroy this lab, and end this conversation. And Metal Knight's like, unless you're putting on an act, there is a possibility that you're being deceived. Do you truly understand what you are? You say that you were remodeled to eliminate evil. This evil you speak of whom? Wait, this evil. This evil you speak of. For whom is it inconvenient? Where does information you trust come from? If it is what I think it is, then whoa, whoa. After he obliterated everybody, there's more machines showing up. There's even more of them. And the robot says, I didn't have high expectations, but to think there's even the enhanced monster squads refined through many upgrades couldn't buy me time. Wait, buy you time? What do you mean you? You, you, you? What do you mean you? Though I managed to collect a fair amount of data, isn't that so? You're in the way of my plan. Whose plan? Who? Who's this droid? Who? Ladies and gentlemen, I was right. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, and it continues. Genos, you're being fed lies by Drive Knight. He's an AI. He was originally an incomplete AI created, but he was stolen and his orders was rewritten. It's Drive Knight. I told you this man was a fucking. Now I said he was a cybernetic cyborg, but Metal Knight says he's an AI. But I was right. I told you this man was guilty. I told you. I told you. I told you for years. He's suspicious and his technology seemed too similar to other people. And I told you Meta Knight Casino, everybody was involved in it. But we gotta see how it turns out. But it's fucking Drive Knight. My goodness. It's him. I knew it. It's him. Meta Knight continues. Even the unique robots bearing the name Metagot series was likely based on Drive Knight, with their programming degraded and distorted to make them capable of attacking humans. However, even though Drive Knight's core is unfinished, his conceptual design is that of a hero-type thinking AI. From the early stages of development, a safety lock was placed on him to ensure that he could never, under any other circumstance, harm a human. He kept being fed biased information by his master telling him I was evil. He kept calculating that I'm an enemy. But because of the safety look, even if he's figured out where my base is, he can't directly act. Well, he can't directly take action. That's why he can only send robots and modified monsters after me. He grew impatient, which was the main reason he orders you, the reserve, to force an attack. Gino says you have no proof. Meta Knight's like, think about it. Don't you have a wait? You don't have a reason to kill me either, which is factual. Now he can bring up Dr. Casinos. And Meta Knight continues. Even now, I'm able to track. Even now, I'm able to keep track and information of all sorts of kind of stored in weaponry, including Drive Knight's data. The enemy has applied some clever encryption to their command signals as an anti-trace measure, but thanks to their flashy scale deployment, the decryption is progressing rapidly. We're just one step away from reaching the mastermind behind these horrendous acts. The puppet master who has skillfully remained hidden for so many years. Just a little more. Can you remember, Meta Knight's been paranoid for years. Genos' pause. It says, I can't trust you at all. That's right. There is no way that you saw the disaster story. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way that you, who saw the disastrous state of the world and didn't act, could be justice. Meta Knight says, it's not that I don't act, but I'm always thinking I'm different from you. Child Emperor's like, please stop. That'll just be taken as a observation. Oh shit, come on. Jesus, don't do this. Dr. Voice continues. Humanity took damage this time as well, but it won't be wiped out. However, if I was to lose him, if I were to lose to him, the war will be immediately ended. Don't you get it? If I was the kind of person that who would be shaken by behaving the lie or shaken by the behaving life of individual citizens taken hostage, he would have a much easier time ruling humanity. And even in in a even more cruel way, Gino says that's nonsense. Meta continues. Just in time, this very moment, the origin of all commands, I successfully pinpoint the location of the true mastermind. If you want to know the truth, will you come to Genos? Genos grit his teeth. He's like, don't screw with me. That mad cyborg you created, it destroyed my family, my town. That's right. There's no doubt about it. You were there that time. The image you were buried into my eyes. And drive when both of us like, that's a manufactured memories. How terrible, Genos. So were you truly? Wait. So you were truly a victim all along. My goodness, all you see is kill, kill, kill. Shut up, that's enough lives. Kill. A warning going off the board for his computer. That warning is, no way Drive Knight is taking hostile action against a human. The shutdown command isn't working. Our best safety feature program overwritten. He managed this with his brain. He surpassed. Well, wait, whoa. He surpassed me. If that's in fact the case, surely I see the research data he stole from me wasn't just an AI, but also cyberidation. That bastard. He also ceased to be inhuman long time ago. Casino. Wait, what? Wait, what? Whoa. What you mean by this? He surpassed me? Casino. And Gino's like, what are you saying about Dr. Casino? What are you talking about? Who is Drive Knight attacking? The location is I believe this is Drive Knight. Who is Drive Knight attacking? The location is the Hero Association headquarters. And Gino's like, hey. And Drive Knight like the communication system to headquarters is down. I could even bring up a live feed video. And Charlieverse like my satellite watch for wall is available. I sure can. I can share the code to connect to it. And Gino says, he don't like being ignored. And someone says, this is. Wait. What's going on? Could it be that the headquarters already falling? No, it looks like they managed. Wait, it looks like they haven't breached the inner area. The on-site heroes are holding the line, even though holding the line even better than an integrated defense system. And Gino says, this is your doing, isn't it? And then like they continue. Drive Knight is with someone. Who is that? Please zoom in more. And Gino's like, enough already. No matter how hard you try to explain this away. We see Saitama on the screen. And Gino says Saitama Sensei. And Gino's like, explain. Why is Drive Knight it's about to fight Saitama? Whoa. The matter I say is he's the same as you. Drive Knights is also one of Casino's pawns. What are you getting at, old man? What are you talking about? What are you? Did I not tell you Drive Knight and Casino had a connection? No one believes me. I was a madman. I was crazy. No one watched the videos besides me with you. But I told you that these cockroaches were connected. Well, not cockroaches, not all of them. But these guys were connected. It's also Casino's pawn. You are all assisting in the evil scientist Casino plan to destroy the world? Wait a minute. They did say Drive Knight had a real face. And Gino yells out, Dr. Casino was attacked last night and died. The assassin you sent did that. And Drive Knight said that must be the cadre meant to fire up. That must be the end. The cadre meant to fire up your will to fight. The truly evil ones are skilled at pretending to be. The truly the truly evil ones are the ones who are skilled at pretending to improve. He's been collaborating specifically for his day. The absence of several heroes is likely also his underhanded scheme. And Dr. Casino's, there's a flashback where Genos looked back on when he said, I've dreamed of many nights of giving up the fight and living peacefully with you. I'm sorry, Genos. No. And Meta Knight's like, you were upgraded with the role of attacking me from the beginning. No. 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 But this confirms that Drive Knight and Genos was made by a similar person. And also, Drive Knight was made by Meta Knight. And the only thing we need is to sprinkle on some Dr. Genius, and I was darn near on the mark. Meta Knight says, I've known him since before you. That's atrocious villain is that kind of man. He's probably listening to this conversation. Casino is alive. No, no, no. Genos like Dr. Casino wanted do something like this. The benefactor, the science sense of justice, kind, always protecting me, upgrading me so many times. No, no. And Boyforce like your brain is being tampered with. You've likely not even doubted his origin or thought about it, thought deeply about it. You know nothing about Dr. Casino. And if you see this, I don't know if this is a crack, but something happened to Genos. And he started to phase out. What's happening? Eliminate. No! No! My goodness. This right here is. This is. Well, let's read the rest of the chat. Let's read the rest of this. Look at this shot of Saitama on the screen. Child Emperor. Meta Knight. And Saitama says, be careful. And Genos is still freaking out. Kill. He's losing his mind. I guess he blasts out of there. And someone says, Genos, son, where are you going? I can't believe it. We catch it back up with Drive Knight and Saitama. Oh, hey. As I said, I knew this son of a bitch was evil. And here it is, tactical transformation, silver. And Drive Knight's like, I will eliminate you. And some other heroes are like, huh? Isn't that Class S hero Drive Knight? Like, why is he taking a stand against Kate Body? And he was like, hey, this is a misunderstanding. This isn't good. There's a chance they both got the wrong idea. Saitama's like, eh? He's A class hero Kate Body. Stop this. You're both heroes. And Drive Knight tries to attack Saitama. And no, Saitama breaks him. Saitama's like, hey, now that I know, now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen you before. Oh, I see you somewhere before. Are you a hero? Are you an ally? Which is it? I'm kind of busy right now. And Drive Knight says tactical transformation bishop. It becomes big, but this man on steroids right now. He's been juicing. And Saitama's like, huh? All these robots suddenly stop moving. Are you the one giving them orders? And the other hero's like, huh? For real? What the heck is he thinking? No, matter how you look at it, he's about to kill him. Run away, Kate Body. But even black Spear's on the ground. It's like, just do it already, Saitama. And Drive Knight grabs onto him, juiced up. And Saitama says, you're a nuisance. And we hear this sound. Blam! Effortlessly blows him apart. But Drive Knight's cure systems are still online. Drive Knight says, I see you're strong. I didn't want to reveal this here, but there's no way I could hold back. A perfect form achieved by incorporating the secret biological data of kings, who is said to be the strongest living being on the planet. Tactical transformation king. I gotta see how this turns out. Ooh. Wait. Somebody says, whoa. So strong. My power is draining away. He stands up and collapses. He just. He's over here spazzing out because he got the power from King. Oh my god. Release. I can't deny it. That is pretty funny. Wow. That is hilarious. So the stare down continues. And Drive Night says it seems that King had some mysterious malfunctioning that data was supposed to have. It seems that King had some type of mysterious malfunction. The data was supposed to have been obtained reliably from the sports gym King recently rented out. Don't tell me that King foresaw this and deliberately faked his biological data for weakening the body for weakening the body gets stolen. For weakening the body gets stolen? That's must be a direct translation. Something must be wrong. But Drive Not Continue. Your strength and everything about you. There's so many things that exceed expectations. Really? And say Thomas, like, if you're done with your little transformation game, then tell me what the the robot's hideout is. I'll head over there. And Drive Night said is not over. Bringing out a hero association. That is the mission I was giving. My orders are absolute. I'm devoted to the doctor until the end. To the end, Drive Night. Until the end. As a hero of justice. They say somebody's like, what are you doing isn't justice or hero work at all. Orders. Are you senile or something? How the hell did a guy like this even manage to be an S-class hero? And Drive Night says, I am justice. My combat powers activates only in the acts of justice. That is how I'm programmed. Anyone who stands in the way of justice shall be eliminated. He saying it's like I'm telling you, I'm not the one you should be facing. I'm telling you this like a mean image. And Drive Night's like, in order to eliminate you have already been issued. Say Thomas says, you kill people on someone's orders? What the hell is justice about you? None of that was recording. Are you? It is what it is. That's right. I am a robot. Here at AI Drive Night. My real name is Machine God 00. Say Thomas like AI? You're not even a human? Meaning you are certainly created with a setting that makes you genuinely believe you're a hero. You see Thomas smacks the top of his head. You say Thomas like it's common knowledge it's common knowledge that hitting a malfunctioning appliance makes it worse again. But what about you? Drive Night like that's misinformation. Say Thomas like, can it be fixed somehow? That faulty program of yours, tactical transformation chariot, blasted past Saitama. Gold. And Saitama's like, awake your own will, and he flicks him away. And Drive Knight's like, I'll use my fighting hidden piece, Saitama. This abnormal from what? Abnormal from born from your own biological data and combat authorization. I'll be destroyed, but you won't be. Get away unscathed. Limiter or remove. Tactical transformation. Saitama. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is... And all the machines detonate and malfunction. This is interesting. I can feel something inside me. Is this myself? Thank you, Saitama. He's like, sure. I have won. Become special. I have now become special. I would eliminate you. And he punches him. And Saitama's like, I guess it didn't work. Yeah, someone says, a program that can't even choose what justice is for himself. That really pisses me off, you know. The real bastard, the one who made you. Saitama full max genocide punch. What the hell? And his hand shatters against Saitama. And Saitama blows him away. This is cold blooded. I can't deny. This is some gold blooded stuff right here. But overall, some big reveals, some giant revelations. Saitama. I like the issue. I think it's a fun chapter. With the reveal of Drive Knight being who I think he was, but the Doctor Casino side plot, really, really, is not unexpected. I wasn't expecting it. I would have figured the organization was a group of cyborgs that were upset at these guys for making them, but it turns out this whole time we was getting played, and Doctor Casino was a rat this whole time. That's despicable. I can't deny that. That's quite evil. So you wiped out a man's family with Drive Night that you stole for somebody else. Wait a minute. Is Dr. Casino a fraud? I'm not talking about in the meme sense. Like literally, if he stole most of this stuff from somebody else, and outside of cybernetics, which he also stole from Drive Knight and from Meta Knight, is there anything that Dr. Casino made for himself? In all this, what if he's using Drive Knight or AI to make his machines? Think about this. It explains why he's using monsters. It would explain why he's using Drive Knight and everything else. It doesn't seem. This is why he got to collect data. He can't make anything on his own, so he's using somebody else to do it. It would explain why in the manga he got a whole weaponized suit. It would explain a lot of things with this lying cockroach after all involved. I knew, but I didn't think he was a rat on this level. This is outright devious. Manipulation, deception, then endless murder. Are you telling me that this whole time that Dr. Casino was just some side villain to Drive Knight this whole time? And I'm a little bit upset that some of my footage cut out. I don't even know how much is this left. I don't even know if this video is like gonna go up or not, or what I'm gonna do with it. But I say it's a fun chapter. I enjoyed. But I don't know. Um, I loved everything in the chapter, the way things unraveled. Like I said before, the way Metal Knight was going off into these species and the way he was making, I didn't think everything would tie back to Metal Knight, but it does make sense. And I should have known it made sense when Metal Knight pretty much broke. Now I thought he was just wearing like a highly advanced suit, but I should have known after he broke his neck to look at Child Emperor that he's been cybernized this whole time. Now the only problem would be is who exactly killed Genos' family. Now, much I like to say is Drive Knight. It doesn't seem like he's Drive Knight. It doesn't seem like that. Who killed Genos' family? Could it be that the murder of Genos' family was just a ploy to convince a child, a kid, like Genos is like what, like 18, 19? Like I know he's not that old. Was to manipulate him into becoming this perfect weapon that since you can't do it or Drive Knight, then how does Fuzzy and the Nero Heroes and then like Genos was freaking out the exact same way, like they're still like so many things were answered, but also there are things that just were not. I really don't know what to say. This is it's interesting, I have to say, very interesting, because a bunch of things weren't answered. It even bring upon more questions for Dr. Casino that this is just a part of Metal Knight's rogue gallery. Because it was implied that heroes do have villains, and there are different class levels of villains. So what? You see a X class villain? B class? A class? Because to a certain degree, the way Meta Knight explains it, if everything Meta Knight has developed or worry about for years, then what is like, if things play out well, this would be the best twist in modern media, easily. Depending on how things play out, it'll be the perfect representation of it's not about what you're shown, it's about what you know. Genos and the audience have been convinced that Metal Knight's been suspicious. He's been so he could be evil. He's cyborg invasion, all these things. And slowly as the chapters went by, those who believed it, and others who didn't. It became a plot point. The more layers of Metal Knight that was pulled back, the more layers that was looked into in Drive Knight and all these other things and collecting factors. The fact that we've seen G4, like in the anime, it's called like, on the manga, it's called G4, G5. It's not Machine God series. In this case, the fact that Drive Knight is Machine God Zero, what is Dr. Casino? Because it's also implied that he went past Metal Knight. I don't think Dr. Casino is that smart. Because even the upgrades he's given to Genos, how much is that? It's just based off of Drive Knight, which is stolen. How much? How much is that? There's so many layers, there's so many things to this, there's so many different ways you can play it or look into it, but it's incredible that so many things can. I don't know. It's incredible. This is amazing. If everything played like it's supposed to, and one time some way to wrap this all together and connect it back to casino or the organization, because then we have to flesh out why does he want revenge against Metal Knight? Why does Casino hate Metal Knight? Because he told Genos, I hate that I got wrapped up into this plan. All the whole, I wish I could live a peaceful life with you. Why? Why do all this? Why destroy the world? This is, I don't know. You've gotten so many, like, this is how storytelling should be done. You can get answers, and it's still like, it asks so many questions. It's still just like the arc is not over. There's still so many things to be made. Then, like, who's the major villain? Is there going to be an actual major fight for Saitama, or did it just already happen? And it would just, it comes back to a question of why. Why? So for you guys wondering why I'm so upset about the whole, well, why do I keep introducing God every 5 chapters? Like, Dr. Casino, as far as you know, have nothing to do with God. He's just a evil villain that's been plotting for years to betray somebody or to hate somebody. For like, it's just season, like, this is ridiculous. Like, this don't make no sense. Now, in the webcomic, um, like, the whole spiel about Meta Knight is done later, but I gotta go back and read. But it's always implied through Drive Knight that he should be dealing with Meta Knight and that he's quote unquote evil. But like, yeah, there was a scene like in the Martial Association, like when they linked up something like that, they did it again. That happened later in the webcomic, but everything else still plays out the same. It just comes back to why, why? If everything ties back to Genos, then like, what's the point of this? Then what's the point of the cyborgs, right? If Drive Knight is, but is like, is Genos actually the mad cyborg? Not Genos. Is Drive Knight actually the mad cyborg? Cause like reading this chapter, it just brings more questions than it does any answers. It's implied that he is, but Genos like he don't recall what the mad cyborg looks like. So who has you been chasing this whole time? Who? You don't recall? Like, it's implied that Drive Knight was wearing a mask. So I would have figured, what, he attacked him not wearing the mask. He got the mask on now, and that's how that's how the cookie crumbles. But if Drive Knight is what he is, there's a question of why. Why the cyborgs? Why the cyberization? Is Dr. Casino just some mad scientist that believes that cyberization is the future, or is he just a person who's gotten so mad at Meta Knight that he would burn the world before he let Meta Knight achieve any type of proclaim or success? I don't know, so many angles, so many different ways you can look at it. This is a spectacular chapter. I just hate the fact that I possibly lost some footage. So if there's any like cutout parts, like, there's nothing I can do about that. If I continue to upload this, there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. But this is fascinating. This is really is interesting. It really is. Like this I was done. Like, you can say whatever, write a manga. You don't have to be the best artist in the world to write or compose or to do all these things with manga. You don't have to be. You don't. All you need is a pen and a paper and the will and ambition to draw. That's all it takes. So I can be here sitting at home broke, or you can be working at your job 9 to 5. Anybody who has the ambition and talent. Now, it doesn't mean that people are going to like it. It doesn't mean that people are going to enjoy it. It doesn't mean you're going to get this massive proclaim, but you'll be happy doing it and getting that the way it did. Well, I just wish I kind of just hold it, because then you could just, then, like, it's one thing to never do something, right? But it's one thing to do something and it's not received well, and you complete the series and you can be like, you know what, I'm done. I've done everything I wanted to do. It didn't get as popular as I wanted. I didn't get the movie deals or the Netflix or the TV shows, but at least I've done it. At least I can say I finished it. At least I can say I tried, and I tried to compete with giants and the best in the industry. I may have came up short, but I tried and I put myself out there to be ridiculed and looked down upon against all odds, against everybody else that sit here and ridicule, but they won't put their ideas out there because they're afraid of the backlash. So, so that's why I like One Sister. That's why I always defend how he draws. It may not always be the easiest read, especially with them early chapters. But now, like current chapters are like late Monster Association. Like even some earlier parts, like like the writing is incredible. The guys is incredible. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm even gonna do this video if I don't lost like potentially 15 minutes of footage. But if you learn anything from this, no matter how I'm gonna put out this video, um, one sensei potentially one of the greatest writers and authors of our time, easily, extremely underrated. But One Punch Man popular. One Punch Man is popular. One Sensei is not. Have you read Victory? That other series he worked on? Read with Mob Psycho after it ended? No one talks about it, right? Exactly. So in my opinion, he's underrated. Like this is incredible because it ends like there's I don't know. I just can't wait to see how it goes. There's so many things. There's so many questions. There's so many layers. There's so many ways. Like Saitama just took out Drive Night. So like it's just like how does this all end? You gotta still tie it back up with Metal Bat and all these other things. There is no way Dr. Casino made the Neo Heroes just to attack one guy. Impossible. There is no way. If that's the case, I'm willing to accept it. But it's just, there gotta be like some extra layers and extra questions. Cause like, what's the point of the cyborgs? Why steal those suits if you already stole the plans for cyberization? Was it to convince the Neo Heroes? Like, is the Neo Heroes a real organization made within good faith that's been corrupted? Or is it always been bad? Because Fuzzy Wuzzy's done some strange behavior. Those two cyborgs done some strange behaviors, and they turned on their own men. So were they just infiltrated from the inside out? Was Fuzzy Wuzzy brain control and mind control like he's doing Genos? Cyberdize against his will? I don't know. There's so many layers, so many questions, and this is how you do storytelling. This is how you get it done. Like this shit here is like who else is doing some stuff to this quality right now? Who? Where you can ask so many questions. There can be so many possibilities. There can be so many layers. There can be this, and that. Who else is doing it? Who else? In my opinion, nobody else really. But it's like I always tell you, out of everything I've said, always remember, they don't care about indies. They don't care about independents. They don't care about authors. All they care about is having new ideas from the old sources. They don't want to go to no new watering hole. They don't want to try any new sodas. They don't want your restaurant to be good. They want McDonald's to be better. They want Disney to be better. They want Marvel to be better. So, that's what it's about. It's not about these brand new ideas and new concepts and comic companies. It's about getting new things and new products from the same old company. And when you realize that, it will break a lot of people. Other people like me, it's just I do this because I want to, whether I become a millionaire or not. As long as I can make some form of cash from it, I don't really care. Like if I'm only making 20K a year, I would take that. 20K off the books, maybe 1K off of merchandise, I'd take that. Will I be rich? No, but I'll be happy. I'll be content. But anyway, shout out to One Sensei for making this master class. But how I'm gonna stitch this video together. All I do is try, man. I try and I try and I try and I try. So, hope you guys liked the video. What are you guys' thoughts about the review with Drive Night? How deep do you believe Dr. Casino is? And all these other things, because it's fascinating. It really is fascinating to see the layers and the potentials. Like every theory I came up with before this was like incredible, but the fact that I've been proven mostly right, I was going in the right direction. I just didn't have all the chords connected properly, but it was in the right direction. Now you get to see any concept from Dr. Genius, right? To confirm there used to be a team, but it is fully confirmed that Metal Knight made Drive Knight. That Drive Knight was evil. That Drive Knight was working with the organization. That Drive Knight was framing Metal Knight. So it's not the perfect correction, but it is incredible to see that time, effort, and dedication can prove itself. Cause like there's two different perspectives, right? There's the fan perspective of I enjoy media, and then there's the creative perspective, right? And I can do the best of both worlds. Sure, the fans of my stuff is far and in between, but I enjoy it, right? So I can understand what goes into the creative process just by relaying it by how I think something. Now, sure, some people think the wrong way. I can't visualize like romantic drama or so on, so but I can understand and empathize with the creative process and doing all these other things. And doing this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that, coming up with characters and plot lines, how it's going to connect, how it's going to do this, doing research, and trying to get like different sceneries, try to make something that's never been seen before. I could understand that, so I could just, it's amazing. And one day you're going to look back everything you've ever built and be like, well, damn, we was on top of the world, boys. We were living our best lives out here. But if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and peace. I don't know how this is gonna turn out.